I've noticed since I turned 60, there seems to be a lot of external insistence, meaning influence from other people around, that I am now more vulnerable to my body declining. Usually I ignore this and I go forward, but as I lose family members to illnesses and my friends all seem to be declining, I have to admit there are days when I feel more fragile. I get a bit frustrated with myself and do whatever I can think of to focus on being happy, being healthy. I was wondering if you could share some thoughts or guidance on how I could be gentle with myself when this happens, on how I can pivot and quickly refocus on maintaining radiant health, no matter what is going on externally. We want to say simply that this is yet another example of utilizing other humans around you as your factor of calibration, as your relativity factor, rather than the source within you. You see, the cells of your body understand replenishment, and the cells of your body are regenerating constantly. So there is no logical, factual, science-based reason for humans to decline because your cells know how to replenish. But if you, with your thoughts and your attention, focus upon unwanted things like decline or sickness or anything that causes you to be less connected with your inner being, simply put, you get in the way of the transmission, the communication between your cells and the source. And their replenishment then is muted or stifled. So we know it's not an easy thing to be in this physical body and not notice your physical body and not notice the physical bodies of others. But if you could just start today reminding yourself that your cells know how to replenish. Scientists talk about that. They're even putting timelines on it, that every 7 years or so, your cells are new again. And we would say it's much faster than that. It's much faster than that. So you know what to do. Don't give attention to things that don't feel good. Think about how you feel when someone is expressing their concern of their decline. Your inner being doesn't do that. Your inner being focuses upon your wellness, whether you are focusing in that direction or not. And what you will begin to notice is that you can remain good feeling and frisky. You can have it the way you want it to be. We get it. It's a big deal to ignore the majority of the population around you. We understand that. What you see and hear and smell and taste and touch, it is influential on you because so much of your vibration comes because of what you are observing. But if you could get more vibrationally observant, more emotionally observant, we're not saying close your eyes and be blind to what's happening. We don't mean that at all. We mean tune yourself emotionally, vibrationally. And then you will be drawn to observing more that matches that. Here's a sort of scanty example of that. Esther noticed this so much as she and Jerry were driving around the nation in their monster buses. Esther did most of the driving. Most days, 500 miles or so. It depended upon how far it was from one city seminar to the next city seminar. Some of them were far apart from each other and some were close. But as they drove around the nation, Esther commented so often to Jerry, I've been driving for hours and the only billboard or sign along the roadway that I even noticed was the recreational vehicle park where we're going to park the bus tonight, or the Cracker Barrel restaurant where there is large enough parking place that we can pull our big rig in. Thousands of signs blurred into the landscape, but the one Esther was inspired to notice was the one that enhanced her experience. That's how it is the more you tune to source energy. The less you notice unhelpful things and the more you notice helpful things.